On the news at 1, Deputy Senate President inaugurates adjoining roads in the Idu district. One person confirmed dead in fresh kidnapping incident in Apo resettlement. And Oni of Ife throws weight behind Nigeria's upcoming rubella vaccine campaign. Hello there, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 1. I am Tessie Omeri with the details. We begin on infrastructure development. The right-hand service carriageway of the inner Northern Expressway connecting the Ring Road 3 to the outer Northern Expressway, otherwise known as Murtala Mohammed Expressway, has been opened for the motoring public. Onoze Yakubu brings us details.
The newly inaugurated right-hand service carriageway of the inner Northern Expressway from the Ring Road 3 to the outer Northern Expressway, popularly referred to as Murtala Mohammed Expressway, is being constructed in phases. The completed first phase of the project is a 16-kilometer stretch road with a plan to develop other phases in due course.
The total length of the full scope ILEX, that is from Maitama up to Outer Northern Expressway, when it's in full scope, is 32.5 kilometers. The ILEX is planned to be a 10-lane expressway comprising 2 main carriageways of 3 lanes each and 2 service carriageways of 2 lanes each, just like the Zuba Uba Road, which is the Onyx.
This achievement we are witnessing is a reminder to us on what could be achieved when vision meets action, and also when our leadership is aligned with the people's aspirations.
Stakeholders say the road will enhance development within the industrial space of the capital city.
Mr. President, this road was awarded, like the Revenue Secretary said, in 2014 at the cost of 7 billion naira. But was of course because of inflation variations to 31 billion naira. It's been the policy of Mr. President under the New Hope agenda to continue with projects that will be impactful on the lives and the economy of our people.
President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibril, commends the visionary leadership style of the FCT minister, describing the timely completion of the road as a testament to what is achievable with purposeful leadership in line with the renewed hope agenda.
This vital carriageway we commissioned today is not just a road. It is a symbol of progress and a reflection of our administration's renewed hope agenda. An agenda committed to building infrastructure that serves the people, unlocks economic potential, and supports sustainable development.
He urged residents to treat critical public assets with respect. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
And on security, one person was killed Monday night, with 2 others sustaining bullet injuries following a kidnapping incident which took place at the Ongwantiv Community Zone E extension of Apo Resettlement, Federal Capital Territory. Onotu Yakubu visited the community for situation update and brought back this eyewitness account.
It was about 10 p.m. when residents of the developing community were rattled to the sounds of sporadic gunshots. Emmanuel Noel is a gateman to one of the affected houses. He said the kidnappers accosted the deceased victim at the entrance gate as he returned from work and forced him out of his car. Emmanuel explained that while attempting to whisk him away into the forest, the victim resisted, and it was at this point that the assailant began assaulting him.
He want to enter inside, so before he opened his own car, They just opened the other side and drawing. They started beating, telling him to follow them to go where they want to take him to. After when they are calling for him to follow them, as he refused, they just give him the cutlass. He block it. He use his hand and block it. The other guy now use this thing, gun. He pieces the guy leg.
There was a security around. They tried their best because without them, nobody will tell what happened because they are much in numbers.
Eyewitnesses say this particular incident is the third in the series of attacks by suspected kidnappers on the Ngontiv community in Apo resettlement. This time around, pellets of bullets and shattered walls are indications of the terror that residents of the community endured over the night while the operation lasted. And the result of it is the blood spill of the deceased victim on this floor and sewer line, an indication of the life that was lost over the night. After killing their first victim, they made attempts at kidnapping others. At this moment, they met stiff resistance from security response.
We move our men to the scene. The divisional police officer in charge of Apple was already there, so we reinforced him, and by the special grace of God, we were able to subdue the criminal element and they have run away.
The police appealed to residents to report anyone seen with suspicious gunshot injuries for prompt action as investigation commences. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Many thanks, Onotu, for that update. Meanwhile, Apo Resettlement Community was in the news about 36 hours ago as suspected kidnappers breached the Zone E extension, leading to the loss of a life. However, they were repelled by a swift security response. Plus, Trademore Community is host to evolved residential real estate settlement in Rugby on the airport road. Onotu Yakubu brings us our excerpts from Call the Police, our regular security check program, where the DPO of our Trademore in Lugbe gives us insight as to the incidents.
The divisional police officer intimated that security has been strengthened around the affected areas on directives of the Commissioner of Police. She noted that the command's operatives are combing the neighboring boundaries and adjoining forests to fish out the suspected criminals, some of whom sustained injuries from gun duel with security on the night.
The arrest is not yet made, but the command is on its swift action towards making arrest on that. Okay. And within 24 hours, that will be done. Okay.
CSP Messi hinted that community-oriented policing initiatives around Trademore community in recent time has addressed the remnant of security challenges in the area.
Every individual in Trademore and its environment, we've taught them to be the police. When you are policing the environment, it becomes very easy. Because once you see something within the environment, you say something. People arrest criminals and bring them to the police station. All they do is to call DPO, there is a man. I said, get the man for us, or you wait. In 5 minutes time, we'll get to the point.
The police officer advised the people to embrace partnership with security for enhanced services. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Away from security, let's talk health. Federal Medical Center CAFI has benefited from the grant assistance for grassroots human security by the government of Japan as a high-tech water production device and laboratory equipment were inaugurated and handed over to the center. Blessing Damfulani has more.
The projects inaugurated were a high-tech elixir atmospheric water generator, a breakthrough technology that turns air into pure life-sustaining water, as well as precision laboratory equipment gifts of sustainability from the Embassy of Japan through the Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects, GGP, in collaboration with the Center for Development and Partnership, SEDEP.
We are very pleased to commission this machine today. We are using the GGP scheme that is directly going to a local community, and we are very happy to be able to help the local community directly in a very flexible manner.
The sustainability of the project has been taken care of because the initial stage, the source of the water source is from the air, which is available all the times, and moreover the staff have been trained on how to operate and maintain the machine.
Safeguarding patient care when it matters most. It is cost effective, zero plastic waste, low carbon footprint and low maintenance, just annual change of filter.
State Minister for Health Isiaq Adekunle Salako in a message says the projects will not only enhance healthcare delivery but will further cement bilateral trust between Nigeria and Japan.
On behalf of the federal government of Nigeria and the Nigerians, we thank you so much. We appreciate your support.
Medical Director, Federal Medical Center Kefi, Dr. Yahaya Baba Adamu, expressed optimism that the projects will improve the well-being of the people as well as promote hygiene.
We are privileged to be the first center, not only in Nigeria but in West Africa, to benefit from this gesture from the people of Japan by giving us this Elixa high-tech water.
Ambassador to Nigeria, NTA News.
Knowledge, no matter the branch, is vast, that one can only explore, add something to eat, and leave the rest for others to build on. That typifies the vision of Nasarawa State University Kefi in promoting research as it established Jose Centino International Center for Medical Geology Research, the first of such institutions in the world. Correspondent Muhammad Awalu reports that the
which some people think has less relevance. However, Nasarawa University Kefi has taken a bold step by establishing Jose Centino International Center for Medical Geology Research, the first of its kind in the world for specialized degree programs in the field of medical geology, where academic and scientific researches are carried out on identification and mitigation of health risks associated with geological hazards, trace element imbalances, environmental contamination, as well as recognition of the potential of geological materials in medicine and therapy, among others.
To be the first worldwide to offer this critical program speaks volumes about the vision and dedication of this institution.
Safe mining practices and responsible chemical management are essential for ensuring the well-being of our communities, protecting our environment and promoting economic diversification.
Medical geology is like a double-sided coin. One side of the coin is positive, the other side is negative.
Guest lecturer of the specialized lecture series at the induction of the first set of postgraduate students of medical geology at the center, the Executive Secretary, Solid Mineral Development Fund, Fatima Umar Shinkafi, says mining industry offers opportunities for extraction of mineral resources for economic growth of the country. However, there is need for application of safety and health measures in line with global trend.
You must become job creators because we have a task ahead.
As you embark on this journey, know that you carry with you the hopes and pride of a nation.
The introduction of this postgraduate program reflects a forward-looking recognition of the critical role that the geosciences play in addressing public health.
Some inductees say medical geology has broadened their horizon and cleared the path for more explorations due to its interdisciplinary nature.
This provides an opportunity, for us to contribute positively.
This will help the medical doctors, the environmentalists, and the public health sector.
I plan to do more research on those areas. With the collaboration of the government, I can give a helping hand to humanity.
The theme of the lectures is safe mining, chemicals and economic diversifications. From Kefi, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Time now for a break. When we return, we have more reports. Do stay with us.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The news station NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Many thanks for staying tuned. More on health. The federal government, through the National Primary Health Care Development Agency, is set to launch the measles rubella vaccine later this year, with a view to strengthening immunity and curbing the spread of measles and rubella across the country. Aisha Uba Ali reports that one of the immunization advocacies has been on the participation and active involvement of traditional institutions as the Oni of Ife, Oba Ade Eniton Ogunwusi Ojaja II, in an exclusive interview with journalists in Abuja, visibly gave his full endorsement of the campaign across the country.
Measles is a highly contagious viral disease that can lead to severe health complications, including pneumonia, diarrhea, and even death, particularly in children. Rubella, also known as German measles, while generally mild in children, can cause serious birth defects such as blindness, deafness, holes in the heart, and neural malfunction if contracted by pregnant women. Introducing the measles rubella vaccine, the Oni of Ife says it is a critical step towards achieving better child and maternal health outcomes in Nigeria.
It is very important for our dear nation, for all of us to join hands in conjunction with what primary health care and the federal government in conjunction with Ministry of Health are doing in order to spread the word and campaign for the vaccination to spread across the entire four corners of our country.
As part of the ongoing advocacy effort ahead of the official campaign launch, the Center for Wellbeing and Integrated Nutrition Solutions, with the support from the Advocacy, Communication and Social Mobilization Working Group, is engaging key stakeholders to galvanize action and raise public awareness on the importance of the MR vaccine.
And the reason why they are recording a lot of success is because of using the platform of a traditional institution. So many things that we've been able to work with them. Look at the eradication of polio. It was the traditional institution that worked very closely with National Primary Health Care Development Agency and so many other things that we do. Everything as it's coming up, the response time is out of this world. So for us, it's an agency that doesn't joke with the traditional institution of our country.
The MR vaccination campaign, scheduled to commence in October 2025, is part of Nigeria's broader effort to eliminate measles and rubella in line with the global health goals and sustainable development priorities. Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi expressed deep concerns over the continued impact of vaccine-preventable diseases and urged all Nigerians to take collective action. In Abuja, Aisha Uba Ali, NTA News.
In the same vein, in a significant milestone in Nigeria's fight against measles and rubella, a high-profile advocacy visit has taken place in Abaji Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. Hakimat Aliu reports that the event held at the Palace of the Honor of Abaji aims to garner support for the upcoming rollout of the measles rubella vaccine, a crucial step towards protecting Nigerian children from those diseases. This follows the inauguration. Here's the report.
highly contagious viral infections, measles and rubella, pose serious risks, particularly to young children. The upcoming vaccine introduction campaign seeks to safeguard Nigerian children from these preventable illnesses. The advocacy visit to honor of Abaji was led by representatives from the Center for Wellbeing and Integrated Nutrition Solutions, the National Orientation Agency, and key stakeholders in the FCT immunization program.
When a child or anybody is infected, there are a lot of problems that comes with it. One of them is a high-grade liver for measles, rashes, and of course complications set in like deafness, blindness, diarrhea, and death. In fact, it is also not out of place to also inform the public that it also causes brain damage. That is to tell you that if a child is not vaccinated from measles,
we are a partner with Seawinds that are rolling out an advocacy program on introduction of measles and rubella vaccine, which is going to commence in October this year. It's a combination vaccine that is coming out. Measles vaccine has been around, but for rubella is now going to be joined with the measles vaccine as a combined vaccine.
It is very important for us to come and notify you on time before the sensitization comes up any moment from now, because we know once our messages get to you, we are rest assured that it will get to the entire community. So that's why we are coming to seek your consent first for you to give us the permission to go ahead.
The honor of Abaji and chairman of the FCT Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Highness Adamu Baba Yunusa, who received the delegation, pledged the full support of traditional rulers in the FCT for the government's disease prevention efforts.
This one, we are having newly. So we have a lot to do for awareness. With the traditional, actually, we are going to do our best.
This initiative to engage the traditional institution is part of the national strategy to eliminate measles and control rubella, aligning with Nigerians' commitment to achieving universal immunization coverage and reducing childhood mortality. This advocacy is a part of a broader sensitization campaign to communities, which is to ensure a widespread acceptance of the vaccine. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
And from health, let's shift attention to education. That schools in the FCT, like elsewhere across the country, have for weeks been open to students for academic activities is no longer news. But that the LEA schools in FCT area councils have remained under lock for over 2 months of the third term is a cause for worry. While private schools in the FCT are in the last part of academic activities that will move them to the next level of the academics, a long-drawn industrial dispute between the teachers, that is the teachers' union and the area council, has shut down public schools in the FCT. The Nigeria Union of Teachers FCT chapter has maintained that only when the new minimum wage is paid will they return to the classrooms. Nevertheless, the only glimmer of hope is that both parties will have to reach a consensus to enable students return to their classrooms sooner to prevent further losses on both sides. A total number of 23,462 delegates and worshippers of Jehovah's Witnesses converged on the convention venue in the nation's capital for its 2025 annual regional convention with the theme Pure Worship. Serafina Okonumekwe reports that the delegates were admonished to keep up an upright life irrespective of life's challenges, as loyalty to Jehovah demands absolute respect and sacrifice with a special focus on spiritual growth and evangelism.
Driven with one purpose, vision, and faith, irrespective of age, health status, color, or tribe, Witnesses of Jehovah in their thousands gathered at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, for its annual 2025 conference. The three-day gathering had Bible-based talks, drama reenactments, and discussions, emphasizing the very essence of pure worship, as outlined in the scriptures, looking at James chapter 1, verse 27, which gives an insight to the theme, pure worship.
When it comes to God, many people today worship several gods. But why pure in it? This is because not all worships are acceptable to God.
Worship is not such a formalistic thing alone. It's a way of life.
The high point of the convention was the affirmation answers by the 300.
That's the much we can take on the news at 1 to enable us join our outside broadcast crew for a live coverage. Good afternoon.